God damn it. For one, it's RockMan, Ratmus, and Sadie who's got a itch. Who's itchy, huh?
Super Mario Odyssey!
Howdy guys. I think this is one of the places that still has some shit.
Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, everyone. It is RockMan and the Ratmus, but and Fish, of course. I mean, what? But Ratmus is like 6 feet over there, you know, in a chair with his foot up with an ice bag. So you better fucking, if you talk, you know, you better fucking yell
Enunciate. And jump into mushrooms.
Enunciate and scream because no one's gonna be able to hear you. But if you were streaming on your laptop, that's crazy. When would
Then
Ratmus?
if anything, it'd be too loud. All right.
When would Ratmus ever stream on his own channel? That's ridiculous.
His own time.
It'll never happen again. I mean, what?
Worried that this would cause me to, die or some shit.
That's what you should be. So clearly what you want to do now is, get all the purple coins here and then all of them in Wooded and Bowser so that you can have all the purple coins in this game, right?
Sure. Some more work to be done.
Was that fucking Eskimo freak doing a Soviet dance? Why the hell did you, miss that one?
Don't know. You have to keep, punching Bowser in the dick until, he gives it all up.
Yes. So how's everyone in chat doing?
What's Captain Toad doing?
Captain Toad just Belvedered himself, okay?
Yes. So Bowser. Fucking kids on my nuts.
Belvedering yourself in the nuts is an accident, but you straight up dick punched him, so.
He's quite proud of his garden, like I am.
Like an octopus's garden? This garden is shit. It doesn't even have any seeds in it. Ratmus, nobody cares about your Hokkaido squash except everyone on Quack's Discord, clearly.
I'm just like, the frickin' plant is huge. I knew when I was reading about it, that it needs a lot of space, and I'm like, well, how big could it be? The frickin' leaves, they look like they're from the Cretaceous period.
They look like they're from the future.
They look psychotic.
I mean, yeah, they're big leaves, but it's not like this. This is Quack's garden, right?
Yeah. Quack was here right now. Whose Discord is that?
Xander. Alright, I'm gonna say something to Ratmus that I don't want on the stream, so I'm gonna temporarily mute it. Alright, I didn't say anything offensive at all.
There, we got all that shit. Dude, he got a he may. Go see Woodrow because he's knocking. Sing your favorite Survivor song, everybody. This place is freaking huge, so.
Damn, this bitch is huge.
My friend's one nephew, his name is Sam B. So I told him his catchphrase should be "the bitch was huge."
Ratmus, have you seen The Mummy?
I've seen Bill Mummy's daughter in the frickin' Santa Claus.
That's not what I asked.
Yes, I have.
And The Mummy Returns?
Yeah.
And The Tomb of the Dragon or whatever?
Which one was that? Was that the third one that
Yes.
sucked?
Come on, the Tomb sucked. It had Cow Cow in it. Jet Li is Cow Cow. Don't you love that?
More like Cow Pea.
I am Cow Pea. What about The Scorpion King? Have you seen
I
that?
have seen that.
What did you think of The Scorpion King? Because that's the one I saw most recently now.
I thought it was just weird in the sense that, like, it seemed okay. They're like, it's like an origin story, but it doesn't make sense for his appearance.
Did he need an origin story?
No.
I guess it was his first movie, other than the briefly appearing in the Mummy Returns. But yeah, I thought it was completely cheesy, ridiculous, terrible. I immediately couldn't take it seriously as soon as he started coming in and making stupid jokes. And I was just like, oh god, this isn't serious at all.
Yes.
Like a serious movie like Rampage.
Yes.
I guess even the new Jumanji movies, you can say there's a lot of them that's not serious, but even they were more serious than this.
Yeah.
I'm used to The Rock being a more serious dramatic actor now, which is probably ridiculous to somebody who saw him in the '90s. But yeah, going back to that was jarring. That's what I call the butt walk.
You make me do the butt walk.
Okay, wait, hold on. Did you get all of them in the Mushroom Kingdom? I didn't
Yeah.
mark that off. Okay, and Wooded, I think you just got 90.
There's 10 more in here.
But yeah, I didn't like how in the third Mummy movie they had to recast that actress. I didn't like that. But the new actress, I like her. It was just annoying to have it recast. But I still think the third movie was good. Like I said, I thought it was kind of boring how in the second movie they're just like, oh shit, Imhotep's coming back. Can't you come up with a different villain?
Yeah.
And now they did come up with a different villain. It was Cow Cow, and he was immortal. And
He achieved his ambition, everybody.
he was going through the Great Wall of China just like David Copperfield. And also, you probably don't remember this because you probably saw it a long time ago, but the Asian sorceress woman,
Yeah.
The mother,
Mm-hmm.
she is what's her face from Discovery, who eventually became the Mirror Universe Empress instead of herself.
Yeah.
That's that actress. Hey Fish, how's it going?
Hi, Fish. How are you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Probably not. Does Ratmus need to speak up?
Do I need to yell at you?
says Bowser's anus, okay?
Dude, it's, not giving it up.
Maybe they're in sub areas or in the deep south.
Well, if they're in sub areas, it wouldn't have popped up like there are here. Just go to another spot.
What the fuck? We dropped 21,100 frames.
For breakfast.
Really, Ratmus is easily distracted. That's how he hurt himself. Must have had some sort of hiccup at some point that I completely missed. What's up with this weird music?
For giant turkeys. Speaking of giant turkeys, oh shit.
Oh God!
Time to walk the dinosaur.
Is there any down here?
Explore this place. Move this. Pretty sneaky.
I wonder if you're supposed to find those.
It's good that I came down here then. I found Wizard.
Somebody's making
the-
it rain
Whoa.
with the McNuggies
What
and
the
the hot
fuck?
mustard and the Jello pudding.
He's having some Discord over here.
Holy shit, it's Discourse with the Dobbs. I just want to say that.
What are you doing? How's Canada?
Jams, I was actually going to ask you. Well, I guess I'm fine. Ratmus hurt his ankle stupidly, and he's over there with an ice pack, so he's got to speak up.
Yes.
But, Jesus Christ, thank you so much for the money that we will use for dinner today. So you can use my card, Ratmus, to get dinner, which will probably go to Portillo's.
This wants me to...
But Jams, you mentioned that like your school year is like wrapping up today or tomorrow, so I was actually waiting for that to ask you to do a little bit more help redesigning my overlay. But I will talk to you about that. I'm actually really busy today, what with streaming and all, so I'll probably message you about that tomorrow.
Apparently I need to bring a seed all the way up there.
Oh God. All right. because I had some ideas and stuff. Well, with this new Twitch layout, I need to make some changes to my panels also, and I thought it was a good time to make some changes to my overlay also. Ratmus and I will actually be going to Wisconsin next week, unless something horrible happens again at the last minute. I wish I could do more for you, Jams, like buy you some souvenirs, some video games, but shipping to Canada sucks, right?
Yes. Nerf that jump.
Well, I was thinking of getting a nice cheeseburger for dinner. I had a spicy chicken for lunch.
See, things are getting extra spicy. No.
Oh God, Ratmus, what have you done?
Fucked it up.
Ratmus, what else do you have to talk to Janice about?
Everything that's sassy. When are you gonna stream again?
Wave Race 64 hype.
Crazy jumps with seeds. These damn things are hidden by this.
Get why these damn things have to exist.
Don't get these damn kids these days.
Obviously. What fresh hell is this gonna take you to?
Take me to heaven, goddammit.
Tengoku?
I was like almost there.
Go up.
He's guilty. He's a bitch. Oh shit.
There's probably 2 stars here. No, you never get them. Wait, we don't care. So we're just going for coins, right?
Like frickin' thing is gone.
You'll have to do that again? That's extremely offensive and stupid.
Yes. I got all the coins. It's future me's problem.
Future you is a dick. Alright, now's the part of the stream where I look at the news and see how horrible it is.
Check out Ben Affleck's package or whatever.
Yes.
Get some Himes. I'll shove that in your Odyssey. Curious how many. Okay, I've got a bunch more freaking moons here. And Bowser's Kingdom is the last one. It's so fun, you know. Shogun. Left here, that's not bad. It's gotta be a ninja samurai. Worth it. Take 100 deaths if it gets me all the fucking coins.
Let's not get crazy here.
Let's drive like crazy and then get crazy.
As expected, the news is so horrible I can't talk about any of it. So let's go back to talking about movies, right?
Yes. And the time you were in the movies.
So what did we say about this episode of Star Trek Picard?
You gotta be kidding me.
As I'm pretty sure now that we've seen more of Hugh, I think that is the same actor, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what happened to him and like the rest of the Borg at the end of. Wasn't it that like two-parter with Lore and Data
I think
when we last saw him?
Yeah, they didn't know what the fuck to do with themselves. Man, that looks like a hellhole.
So the place is a hellhole. It's great to know that the Borg Queen had, that wonderful technology. That's how she survived the cubes destroying, right?
Yes.
Me too.
The rest of them are in hellholes like that.
Probably.
So that's how Bowser gets ya. Time Cootie Pie had a rap.
I'll never forget it.
Milli Vanilli.
I'll never forget Milli Vanilli's hit single. Do 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 do.
Girl, you know what's true. Story no one will forget.
Speaking of Top Gun, one of the the many songs in that movie, like the one that was played during the credits, like yeah, like it sounds like Ken's theme from Street Fighter like totally ripped that song off. And like according to AVGN, he thinks it was probably supposed to be Guile's theme, but then they changed it so they wouldn't get sued or something.
On the nose.
It's also great how like, we had those old Mac sounds.
Hey Doom.
Whoa, hey Doom. Yeah, it's let me see here.
Let's go this way.
It's called Mighty Wings by Cheap Trick. And yeah, if you go on YouTube and play that and then immediately switch to Ken's theme, you'll see it's exactly the same. What command? I probably deleted it. Commands are not case sensitive. What was it supposed to say?
Ooh, addered anchovies. Loves that.
It's definitely a coincidence. When did you make this death adder command?
I don't know why. Did I spell it wrong?
You fucking did it without a goddamn exclamation mark. Is that a quote from something?
Yeah, it's from that Pizza Town Aziz I'm Sorry thing.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But yeah, as I was saying, like, we have all those old Mac sounds, like, welcome back, Cotter, ooh, 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 but, like, we had, I think, at least 2 of them from Top Gun, so, like, I knew those lines, where it's like, the plaque for the alternates in the ladies' room, and then what was the other one?
I don't remember.
I know there was another one. But yeah, like back in the days of X-Play, Adam Sessler was reviewing a flying game, and I think it was like a World War I flying simulator, because I remember like him being in like a fake cockpit in front of a green screen, and he had like an old bomber jacket on and like a white scarf, like he was, fighting in World War One. And I think his wingman died, and that's where he said, like, "So long, Goose, I'll visit your lady stateside." And then he flipped his, white scarf. And so, like, as I'm watching Top Gun, this is, by the way, I'm totally going to spoil Top Gun if no one's ever seen it. Spoilers, Goose dies. So, like, I had this vague feeling that I was like, I think Goose dies. Like, I think I remember that, or like, I think, that hearing, Goose is obviously going to die. But then, like, because of that Adam Sessler thing, I guess I thought that Goose was his wingman. And so I was, but then Goose wasn't his wingman, he was his Rio.
Yeah.
And so, like, I was like, well, how is Goose gonna die if he's in the same plane as Tom Cruise? So then, like, for a little while, I thought maybe I was wrong and that wasn't gonna happen. Because, yeah, from JAG, I know, people don't know. Basically, when you're in an F-14, the person in the front seat is the pilot. The person in the back seat of an F-14 is called the RIO, which stands for Radar Intercept Officer. You can basically think of them as like a co-pilot / navigation person.
Wasn't that what Dak was in,
like
Empire Strikes Back?
Yes, I mean, I guess it was, but apparently they have different terminology based on like what type of plane it is. So, like, not everyone in the back seat is called a RIO, which I found out. It's basically only certain planes. I don't know why that is. But yeah, obviously that happened. And then the other thing that was weird is, like, obviously from watching JAG, I'm used to having like female pilots, and I was gonna backseat gaming. Yeah, like that's another slang term for that is like calling that person the back seat. Like calling the person themselves, that's my back seat, the pilot would say, referring to that person. But I'll have to, like, I want to look up, like, when women started having those jobs, because, like, I'm used to, like, female pilots, and, like, at the end on the aircraft carrier, like, where they're celebrating the mission or whatever, like, there's all those people on the aircraft carrier, and there was no women anywhere. And, like, on JAG, there were, like, half the people on an aircraft carrier were women. Well, maybe not half, but a good amount. Yeah, okay, this says that...
Hi, Sunrose, how are you?
Whoa, hey, Sunrose. Well, this says that there was a female naval aviator as far back as 1979, so there should have been... well, I don't know. Because, I mean, well, maybe there weren't women in Top Gun, but you would think by that time... Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah. Where's the store?
You want to talk about, how far we have not come. In 1991, there was a big scandal involving 83 women and 7 men being sexually harassed at a naval aviator convention, which brought about like huge, outrage and change, in the Navy itself. Glad we solved sexual harassment back then, right?
Yes.
No, but like I want a more specific answer about like how many women would have been serving as naval aviators on aircraft carriers in, say, 1986. Exactly. okay. Yeah, apparently it was not until 1994 that women were allowed to serve on aircraft carriers because I guess they're combat vessels.
The time the Merchant Marines used to
Wow.
paint as
That's
a thing.
yes, I do. So that's kind of crazy because yeah, like so there were no women in Top Gun, the movie, you know, flying or in aircraft carriers or whatever. But then like JAG literally started in 1995, and the pilot episode deals with sexual harassment of a female pilot on an aircraft carrier. So yeah, I guess it was pretty topical for 1995.
1995?
And yeah, I would be like watching an old JAG episode about like, should women be able to serve on submarines? It wasn't until like very, very recently, like I think in 2010 they approved it, but then it wasn't until like several years after 2010 that women actually started actually serving on submarines. And like, you know, when JAG was on, that was unheard of. Yes, Doom, but you know, don't ever let them command the ship, though, because that's crazy illegal. Although, in, you know, there was a Star Trek, the animated series, right? Apparently, Uhura, you know, was, you know, like, when people would leave the ship, they actually left Uhura in command of the Enterprise, but only, like, once or twice on the cartoon. Which may or may not be canon.
Got needled. Okay, flee from, you know, Aerosmith or whatever frickin' Red Hot Chili Peppers.
What if they just changed their name to Chili Peppers?
I'd say they got cold. Cold as ice. Oh shit.
No, I have not.
All about Zero.
Is it all about Zero? I've seen the, you know, American Mega Man cartoon, and that's, yeah.
It's an achievement. Excellent me.
The question is, how many episodes was Cutman in? Don't worry, I have a list.
But, like, him and Gutsman were, you know, side characters of that, so, like, they were in a lot of them.
Why don't I just look at my files, okay? Oh. I have a list of every episode and what robot masters appeared in that episode. But yeah, like, so there's, I'd have to, like, manually count it. Well, it's like, basically, was there ever an episode that didn't have Cutman or Gutsman? And I think the answer is no. I think they were in every episode. And the answer is yes, they were in every episode, and they're the only ones that were in every episode. Magnet Man only appeared in one episode, you know, where he said, "It's good to have you on the bad side, Magnet Man."
Fatal attraction, blue boy.
Even that crossover episode with Mega Man X, where Vile appeared as well as Sigma and Spark Mandrill, Cutman and Gutsman still appeared as well as Snake Man, of all people. What was the episode where Dr. Wily had his very own Gravitron?
I don't know that one offhand. Probably another one here that I missed.
What about the Blockbuster Monster Bots? How's the weather up there, Sunrose? Wow.
Can you look up number 62 in
Big Bowser Kingdom? The player can find a few crates hidden behind the first wall of the area.
over here? Okay.
Just accept your death.
God, that's all that matters. What about a witness?
This was Super Mario 3D World, it wouldn't give it to you. Wait, you got all 100 coins here?
Yeah. So that's all of them.
It should be, you know, unless I've completely fucked something up in counting.
I busted them up.
Alright, so we're in Bowser's Kingdom. What now?
Number 58.
That's Koopa Freebasing Master Cup. I was very confused about what you meant about swimming online because I thought you were talking about swimming in a swimming pool, but then I realized it was Animal Crossing.
Strong like animal. 57.
At the second courtyard, the player can find a hidden spark pylon to the right side, which leads to a key.
Okay,
Key. It's right there. Just jump to land right on it.
just that simple case.
Everything's simple. Welcome back, Doom.
55.
We're doing reverse moon order for some reason. At the main courtyard entrance,
Killer Man.
the player can find a rainbow-colored treble clef where they fought Harriet earlier. I watched the new Who's Line. Did you, Ratmus?
I did not.
trying to remember like what was funny about it. Ratmus doesn't care if you spoil it, right, Ratmus?
No, you can spoil it.
What was funny about it? Here's your hat. And then I did go into 2-player mode.
Let's, okay. I see.
It's just that easy, kids, indeed. You do it.
I'm not touching anything.
I'm pressing the wrong button. Here we go. What is this? Oh, yes, that. Okay, yeah, like, I've obviously never played the Battle Network games or seen the anime, but yeah, now that you mentioned that, I see that it's from that. Oh, yes. Okay, I remember that, yeah. Which is great because that episode was probably filmed like 2 years ago, or 1 year ago, or 2 years ago, or God knows how long ago.
Something to do with this key, I bet. Number 52.
Jumping from flag to flag. Behind the main courtyard entrance checkpoint.
Yeah.
The player can find a line of flags to the left side. What about Sonic X? That's an anime worth watching.
This thing that has flags, I'm guessing. Something like this, right?
Towards the camera. Those flags.
Okay.
See the key out there?
Yeah.
This isn't dangerous at all.
Mario wasn't.
So, check out the news that's not offensive. Animal Crossing's latest update will let players go swimming, yes. It says that Chuck E. Cheese is, filing for bankruptcy, but I thought they changed their name and, we're a wonderful delivery service now.
The one in Richmond is awesome. I don't keep the key, do I?
courtyard entrance, Mario must defeat the Yo. How would a Lum pronounce the word UFO?
UFO?
Yes. Mario must defeat the UFO, which apparently is what it's fucking called.
Fucking thing.
Wait, I misspelled that. It's UFO, not you. Well, I don't know. I basically know nothing about Animal Crossing or how it works, so. Goombas. There's animals and they cross the street. That's how it works, right?
Yes. Animals, and I can go there and count them.
Where are your animals and can I go there and count them?
49.
At the main courtyard, the player must capture a Pokeo and poke a bomb into one of the metal boxes next to the checkpoint.
Which level you say that was on?
Whatever level I said, I don't know what I said. Main courtyard. So yeah, I'll post about this on Discord later, but let me make a little announcement. A week from today is Thursday, and assuming the world doesn't collapse even more in the next week, our plans are that Ratmus and I will be going to Wisconsin next week, starting Thursday, and coming back on Monday. So the next RockMan and Ratmus stream will not be until we get back, and in fact, that week it will be on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hey, pizza. So yeah, next week, Wisconsin. The next RockMan and Ratmus stream should be Wednesday, July 8th. And instead of Super Mario Odyssey, it will be most likely, unless something crazy happens, we'll be streaming random games that we bought in Wisconsin, as we always do, and we'll be having Mongolian beef from Wisconsin, as we always do, and that will be Wednesday, July 8th. And we will exercise all precautions of, yes. Our mom has been calling people in Wisconsin, in the area. Like, they have a Chamber of Commerce office there with, like, a person whose job it is to, like, know everything about the area and the businesses. My mom has called her and the owners and managers of the motel that we're staying at, and as far as I know, we're still on. We're assuming that most of the restaurants are following some sort of restrictions. They may not require masks up there, but I think we're probably going to wear them as much as we can. But yeah, unless things take a turn for the worst, I think it will be fine, hopefully. Right, Ratmus?
Yes.
Yeah. It'll just be me, Ratmus, our mom, and Ratmus's girlfriend, and of course Sadie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if this virus never happened, we would have actually been going up Wednesday, but now we've changed it to Thursday to go one less day. And since our dad's not going, and it'll be a lot less expensive, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I think you're doing the right thing now, but it's not supposed to go at an angle. Speaking of the Runaway guys, they're doing Overcooked now.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. Runaway guys. 48.
At the top of the keep, the player must throw Cappy in the left golden horn statue.
I must make Cappy home.
And then what are you going to watch after that's done? So pizza, how much pizza have you eaten recently, and how much Tetris have you played recently?
$46.
At the third courtyard rear, capture a Pokio and go to the end of the area, then jump on the roof of the building to the left side. On the side of the wall, a small hole can be found. Pull a Bootsy.
His own dick.
Oh, the other thing about Top Gun, I'll go back to that, was like, I was reading about it, and, they needed the U.S. Navy's help, to film the movie, so, like, they had to get, like, all sorts of permission, and the Navy's like, if we don't like, how the script portrays the Navy, we ain't doing it, so they had to, like, do rewrites. So, like, apparently originally, Tom Cruise's character was supposed to have a romance with a female ensign. And, like, now looking back, I'm like, where the hell would that female ensign would have even been, since they didn't have him on the combat ship? But whatever, they changed it to a civilian. And apparently that civilian was actually based on a real person. There was something else, like, oh yeah, the other thing was, so, like, the planes that they were flying are F-14 Tomcats, and I think they say that. But then, like, the enemy planes, they specifically call them MiG-28s. And I was like, well, I know there's a MiG-29. I guess the MiG-28 was before that. And so I looked it up, and it's like, no. Like, the plane that a lot of the Russians and a lot of other people use that they're talking about, there's only a MiG-29. The MiG-28 was just something that they made up, clearly because they didn't want to, like, it was very obvious that they don't say who in this movie they're fighting. Like, it's not the Soviets. It's not the Russians. They never say who they are. Like, they have some generic markings on their plane. They're only referred to as the enemy, in quotation marks. And they're flying MiG-28s, which are not MiG-29s. And it's like, they specifically say that they're not at war, but then they say the civilian ship at the end drifted into enemy territory, and the enemy didn't want to acknowledge this, and we shot down some enemies in air quotes.
Where's 45?
Art. Stare at the art. To the left of the main courtyard checkpoint.
Okay, yeah, that's what I saw before. Art Fleming.
It's also great how Strickland was in that movie, and that, geez, didn't that guy ever have hair?
Yes.
I mean, wasn't that guy from, Masters of the Universe, a wonderful movie that Doom has seen?
Mm-hmm. Tom Paris, right?
Yes. Betamax. That's crazy talk.
Woohoo.
This is not that. This counts for the Seaside Kingdom, right?
No. It's good that the Odyssey's here, but like it shouldn't be, right?
It's just a hologram. The main courtyard checkpoint, not the main courtyard entrance. Is that like Watson from Apex? It's all mysterious and shit. Wait. Okay. Right, that's in the Sand Kingdom.
Yeah.
Which we already 100%ed, but it counts for this kingdom. Do you want to go grab it?
Sure.
And you'll probably never have to go back to the Sand Kingdom ever again.
It's good because Anakin Skywalker fucking hates it.
Of course he does.
It's like the Youngling Kingdom. 7-Eleven.
Dude, you got a Hime?
Also that anime, My Hime. You didn't watch? I did.
It is a comedy, right?
Not really.
You're supposed to say yes, because that's a joke.
Alright, where is this?
What was that, anime that we were told was a comedy?
Scrap Princess.
Scrapped Princess? Oh, yeah, okay, My Hime. Got it.
Yeah, like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't that great either.
Did you ever watch Scrapped Princess, Doom? And if you did, you have to tell us whether or not it was a comedy.
It's a wonderful outfit they're wearing.
Okay, he goes to the Moai habitat.
The Moe habitat.
Which one, My Hime? It should be that cactus ahead of you. Oh, Scrapped Princess. Or perhaps this cactus over here.
He doesn't even effing know.
It's the second cactus, like second shooter.
Great, I got it before he did.
Yes, because he was lollygagging.
He was sucking.
I think what happened, Doom, was like in Anime Club, like somebody told us that Scrap Princess was
Stiffly Stifferson.
Scrap Princess was a comedy, and then it wasn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you check the kingdoms? What was okay? Go to Seaside. Okay, how many multi moons are there? One.
I think so.
Okay, so that's correct. All right, now Bowser's Kingdom. How many frickin' multi moons? One.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you should have 712 total now. Bowser's?
Yeah.
Alright. There are 11 more moons in Bowser's Kingdom.
Which one won't make the top 10?
Probably freebasing.
Probably Frieza. 28.
At the outer wall checkpoint.
Okay.
Captain Toad is around here somewhere.
Smelling his
On
own
the
farts.
roof to the far right side. I found the Stiffly Stifferson clip. I should totally, post it to Doom and then tell him about Stiffly Stifferson, right?
Yes.
Alright, well this is 5 minutes long. I'm gonna put this in my Discord.
Frickin' Captain Frishgate. It's a lie because it's never good to see him.
He is a Frisch Gag captain, yes.
Top 10 countdown. 31.
The player must purchase the samurai helmet and samurai armor and then go behind the shop.
Then kill a man Bushido style.
Like, not only is that sketch funny, but then there's I guess a joke about Anime Club, which I'm sure I've talked about how Ratmus and I went to community college and we studied. Well, actually, it was the community college that I went to had an anime club when I was studying Japanese, and I joined the anime club. And then sometimes I would bring Ratmus along, and I don't even know if that was legal, but whenever we did it, and I was in the anime club for like almost 3 years, where we watched anime I think usually once a month, right?
Yeah. Then take a poop behind this place.
No, just use cultural appropriation. It never hurt nobody.
The guy's like, dude, you're totally a Sammy. That's what I call samurai.
Speaking of Tom Cruise, he is the last samurai. So the secret one here is a rainbow-colored treble clef in the third screen.
Just, frickin' gonna mop stomp or whatever. Whoops.
You fucking blew it, Ratmus.
Where's Arson? Because this is totally a dojo.
There was somebody on Twitch who was showing episodes of Ranma 1/2, and yeah, I haven't seen a lot of those episodes in 15 years or something, and one of them was where somebody challenged them to it's if I beat you then I get your dojo or whatever, and
Yeah.
yeah, that musical note, and the thing was they wanted Ranma and Akane to both fight. But then, Ranma was, I think he was trying to get the cure water from Shampoo. So he was like, I can't, help you, with the challenge. Akane's gonna have to do it. But then, she conveniently, twisted her ankle or something, probably just like Ratmus over here.
Yes.
Well, no, I'm talking about he was showing actually episodes of Ranma 1/2, not the game. So yeah, Akane twisted her ankle, so she was having trouble, she couldn't beat the guy, and they were gonna lose the dojo, and then Ranma of course had to show up and help, And of course, like, the fucking cure was bullshit anyways, because shampoo's a lying bitch.
Good times. That's the end of that chapter.
Was that game even on Super Nintendo? Because I know it was on Super Famicom, but did it come out in America?
That one I have, and then I was watching that one person streaming like a Sega Genesis game, 35.
I'm pretty sure I saw the anime before that game. Okay, so it did come out 35. Jizzo's Bizarre Adventure. Yes, I said that. At the Showdown Arena. Oh god, I remember this.
Got a Jizzo myself.
At the Showdown Arena, you can find a warp pipe which leads to a bonus area. I wouldn't call this a bonus area. You must capture multiple Jizzos through a puzzle to find the power moon on top, but where's the secret one? You must capture the Jizzos to have them rest on the 2 P-switches near the higher platform as well as a P-switch behind the entrance pipe.
Okay, so...
The power moon is found in a hidden alcove in the wall near the exit. How am I supposed to pronounce it? Because, you know, it's fucking spelled Jizzo. Gimp it. Almost.
Not quite.
I before E. Oh, well, okay, I guess. Well.
G-I-Z-Z-O.
Whoa, hey, Chuckles.
How you doing? Some awesome emotes
So like the correct Japanese pronunciation would be Jizo, I guess. Wait, is this thing like? Didn't we determine that this thing isn't even Japanese, anyways? Oh shit! It was a trap. Wait, so did you end up getting that? I didn't see.
No, I'm going to get the stupid things to... Whoops. I think I might have fucked it up, though. Because, like, you're supposed to do this first. Okay, there we go.
Could you possibly keep yourself to the exit by doing that?
Is the exit, like, on the top, or...
I assume so.
Let's try that. Hello, soccer. It's totally off the ball.
Welcome. Thanks for the follow. Hope you enjoy yourself. I'm RockMan. My brother Ratmus is playing the game, but he's like 6 feet over there in a chair with his leg up.
6 feet under, if you know what I'm saying.
He's about to be 6 feet under, so you may not be able to hear him unless he enunciates. That was your cue to enunciate.
Yo! Wait,
What do you... I was like, what are you, Egon?
Yo!
Nice Thanks a lot, Doom. Question is, can you get by with just 2 of them? So what does the middle one do?
That makes the bridge this way.
How does that help you? Because you can just Yahoo it.
But you need those statues to go on the switches.
Oh, okay. Do not resuscitate repos?
I think I did this wrong.
Did literally everything wrong. What the hell are you supposed to do?
I think I wasn't supposed to bring the damn thing over there. Because like, then I have to bring 2 of them back. So like,
So Jizzos can jump.
they do have souls, but like, see, it respawned because
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like, you know, if somebody had an old car and it was like, you know, just so effing totaled that, you know, it's basically dead, so do not resuscitate it. And so I'm thinking of various things like, I mean, there was this one episode of Las Vegas where somebody was driving the boss's car and it got like stolen by car thieves and they stripped it. And then when they realized whose car it was, because, you know, he's like a really powerful guy in Las Vegas, the like owner of the chop shop was like, "Don't you know whose car this is, you idiots? You know, this is Ed DeLine's car. Put it back together right now and give it a detail." You know, after they'd fucking stripped it. But then, like, I was reminded of another thing where this happened on MASH. Colonel Potter is an old colonel, and like he was originally in the cavalry in World War I, so he has a horse and he likes horses. And so like at one point, I think somebody was like in an out of control tank, and for some reason he's like, "I'm gonna stop him," and he gets in a Jeep and he parks it like right in front of the tank, and he gets out and he's like, "Stop!" And then the guy obviously doesn't stop, so then he jumps out of the way and the tank runs over the Jeep. And so he just calmly walks over to the Jeep, pulls out his sidearm, and shoots it like it's a horse, and that was hilarious.
37
in a row?
Yes.
Oh god, this is a great way to get coins. Do you need 37 and 38?
Yeah.
Alright, you need to go to the beneath the keep checkpoint. I'm surprised we didn't do this already.
Leaps, the sweeps, and the creeps, right, City Girl?
Sadie's had enough of your shit, okay?
Oh.
Okay, fall off the left side. You can find a large seed on the roof of the building. It's,
What side?
yeah, eventually. Where those rings are, I think.
Okay.
Is there a seed around there? Look down again. On that roof, maybe?
Here, yeah.
You can just take that seed over there. This is the best way to farm coins in this game, apparently.
Eventually.
If you you don't get 2 moons and fall off, then you'll have to do that fucking seed again to get back up here.
Yeah, already.
See how the moon is coming up on the left side there? You have to jump when you.
I jumped. It's okay. I started back from there. Just kidding, guys.
Just kidding, guys.
I like it. It's not that big a deal to go over here and get it. It's more just tedious bull crap.
Yeah, but who likes tedious bull crap?
Speedrunners.
I mean, who likes tedious bull crap? Me, when I force people to get all the blue choo-choo jelly in Wind Waker, right?
Yes. All the blue coins and, Mario Sunshine.
Mia Hun is the one forcing you to get all blue coins in Mario Sunshine because that's the way he designed the game. He said people are going to love this instead of actual stars or shines. And then I told him, to his face that was bullshit, and we all know what he said. He put his head down and he said, I am deeply sorry. I have, wronged you. I will now commit seppuku, is what he said. What he should have said.
He pretended to give you a thumbs up, then gave you a thumbs down. So it was cold-blooded.
Ratmus, are you going to stop blowing it?
No.
Did you knock over this time?
I'll just put the ice thing down. Put the cookie down.
Don't jump until you see the whites of their eyes, and by that I mean the yellow of the edge. Sadie, get out of here. Ratmus is doing something.
Just say not enough edge. Oh! I got one of them, that's all that matters.
I got one of them. It's, only 50% stupid. Why isn't Space Ghost Coast to Coast complete series on DVD? I assume it isn't. AVGN was talking about it.
Motherfucker Mike was totally jealous of bad luck Bootsy.
Well, it says it's on HBO Max.
It's okay, guys. I'm getting coins. I see.
Not enough coins, though.
Pester me, Sadie.
Oh, it had over 100 episodes. Wow.
Shake it one time. Moltar would hit the hits.
Yes, I do.
Scary.
I don't know where they come up with these seasons. It says that season 9 only had 2 episodes and one of them was unfinished.
Fuck. Is that the final season?
No. It seems like maybe it was. It's like looking at the weird air dates. This says that the last episode of season 8 was December 2003. Then the first episode of season 9 was January 2004. Okay, but then the unfinished stupid episode wasn't aired until April 2004, a few months later, and then the show never aired again until season 10, which was in 2006, 2 years later.
There we go.
When he interviewed Billy Mitchell, of all people. I don't know how many episodes of Space Ghost Coast to Coast I've seen, but, maybe somewhere around 30. There was an unaired pilot.
39.
Sphinx over Bowser's castle. Capture the binoculars found in the main courtyard and zoom in on the Sphinx.
It stinks.
Okay, I'm going to look at these episodes and see, if I remember any of them. This one says the cast of Gilligan's Island. I'm not sure, but that would be interesting to see.
Was this floating somewhere?
Yeah, as usual. There it is, maybe. That's something. That's the Sphinx. Well, here's one where he interviewed the Jerky Boys. I'm sure Doom, have you seen much of Space Ghost Coast to Coast? Here's one where Weird Al was on. Oh, yeah, I see. Here's one with Adam West and Eartha Kitt and Lee Merriweather.
All right, 41 and 42.
41 is the regular Koopa freebasing. 42, at the Showdown Arena, ground pound a certain part of the floor. That seems easy enough. And then we could save the Koopa freebasing for last, right?
Pound a certain area. The beds.
Seems like it would maybe be where those birds were. I don't see anything glowing. But like you can see that like that's that part of the carpet and that part's in the background, so
Yeah.
it's definitely like around where you are. But I don't see anything fucking glowing, so how are you supposed to know where it is?
Is that one where like I was supposed to look at art first or something?
Doesn't say that. If it did, it would have said so. It's called a rumble. It's called a rumble under the. So do you feel a rumbling? Walk around until you feel a rumbling.
I'm feeling a little rumble.
Jim Carrey, I don't remember that. Fran Drescher, Hulk Hogan and Slash. Oh yeah, here's the episode with Carrot Top. Bill Nye the Science Guy, Elvira, Matt Groening, Janine Garofalo. Bob Odenkirk and David Cross, stars of the hit series The Ben Stiller Show, you say. DK and I were just talking about it. Guess who was on the episode with Mark Hamill? Bill Mummy. Alright, so there's 2 left, and they're both the Koopa freebasings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, have some fun. It can't be that hard, right?
It's not that hard.
Peter Fonda and Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz.
Okay, here's the episode that I remember most. It has Ice-T, Fred Willard, and some other rapper named Ernie C. But yeah, that's the one where he says, Fred Willard, you will hook Zorak up with some fly honeys. And then he's talking to Ice-T. He says, "Oh, iced tea, you are a sweet and refreshing beverage." And Ice-T says, "I am very sweet and refreshing." And Space Ghost says, "I wasn't talking about you, I was speaking in general."
He's like, that's right.
If I could, watch any episode of Space Ghost again, it would be this one, which is episode 46, according to this, with Ice-T and Fred Willard. It aired October 3rd, 1997, according to this. Okay, yeah, I didn't think of that because I didn't realize this, but Space Ghost Coast to Coast started airing in 1994, and we didn't get, DirecTV at our house until 1997. So 1997 is probably when I started watching Space Ghost, and that's that was in what this called season 4. There's an episode with Dr. Drew, and then the following week, Adam Carolla.
Hate each other now.
Tyra Banks and Rebecca Romaine. There was an episode with Ben Stiller and Kevin Smith. Michael Moore, Rare Early Moby, Jeff Foxworthy, Dennis Leary, Bob Costas, and Al Roker. Hanson, oh god. The Captain and Tennille. Jerry Springer and Sarah Jessica Parker. Conan O'Brien. Yeah, I probably remember seeing that. Willie Nelson, Dave Thomas. Whoa.
Wendy's?
Apparently not that Dave Thomas. A Canadian comedian from Strange Brew, which is a movie that Ratmus loves. Bjork, Busta Rhymes, Tenacious D. Why are there so many Willie Nelsons? Commentary or something. Dennis Miller.
Kate Quack.
William Shatner, Jeff Probst. Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. Billy. I'm sure I never saw like any of these later seasons in like 2000 whatever. So yeah, there was probably a time where like from 1997 to 2000 where I actually watched it. No, it was this episode. We're getting into the later stuff. It was like 2003. Yeah. Cause yeah, like these weird later seasons. It was like 2007, 2008. It says the last one aired May of 2008, and yeah, like I'm sure I wasn't watching the show anymore by then. It says that like most of the episodes were offered on DVD, but like through the Adult Swim store that doesn't exist anymore. So like I wonder if I could still find like let me see, which season was that again with the that was season 4. So like if I could find a DVD of Space Ghost season 4, that'd be great.
Bad.
Nice, you did both of them.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Nice. Okay,
Seven, two, three. Stuff is crazy, dude.
okay, Bowser's Kingdom, you got all 64, that's done. And now you're in what, Seaside, where there's 10 left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um. 38, is that racing that asshole?
It's beach volleyball.
Okay, 50.
Found with Seaside Kingdom art. Near the gray boulders to the right of the Odyssey and up on a higher platform, you can find hint art. Star Lily, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Hope you enjoy yourself.
The easiest way to do that is this weird thing.
Okay, so I would actually be looking for Space Ghost Coast to Coast Volume 3, which actually is on Amazon for $20. Used plus shipping. Put that in my wish list. Oh, wait, I can't because I'm not logged into Amazon in this fucking browser.
Captain Toad.
I wish he was dead in a ditch.
Once I get down to his bad self.
Alright, so yeah, again, if anyone new here is watching, I am RockMan, but my brother Ratmus is playing this game. He's over there.
Yes, so you said some great boulders.
Yes, I did say that. Near the gray boulders to the right of the Odyssey and up on a higher platform.
Like here's some great boulders, so
Yeah, but it's up on a higher platform, so did you look up to the left? Maybe it was up on the ledges to the right of here.
I'll go out there. Check that out.
Hi, son.
How you doing?
I didn't see it up there either. This is real helpful. You're looking way too high up. You got past the pipe on the ground level.
Okay, over here.
Just talking about those gray rocks. So that's in the Metro Kingdom.
Metro hats on.
Oh, I just saw what you said about Straight Outta Linwood, yes.
So he's watching. Alright, where's that keep?
On the ground near the Main Street entrance where it says keep clear.
Traveling all the way here for that shit.
While you're here, you can jump rope 100 times. Oh,
Okay.
stand. No, you just passed it. Keep clear. Song Ratmus finished getting all the purple coins and in every area, and we also 100% in Bowser's area.
Well, some bullshit takes me back. I'm full on samurai. And I got a Hime.
Dude, you got a Hime. My Hime? Your Hime?
So how much sleep did you get today? Tonight, whatever?
Not enough. How much sleep am I going to get next Thursday? Not enough.
So that one's not 51.
Alright, that's the regular Koopa free basing. So hard, how hard can it be? Yes.
Way of the future.
Totally humble.
Oh, but no, it's over. That's stupid volleyball. Oh, that's under the water.
How's work, Song? Busy?
So back from busy. Oh, racers, yo.
I ain't your bro.
Oh God, I'm drowning.
People love statistics, right?
50% people love him. Why didn't that work? Fucker.
Oh God.
At least I have a better idea. spot over there. I can hear goals. There's storms in Virginia. What the hell?
Okay, so I'm on Cheeseburger, and it says, 48 legendary tweets that made people laugh. What's a tweet you think about randomly and laugh every time? And I've been reading these, and, they're all so horrible that, not only do I not want to laugh, I just want these people to frickin' die.
That's how they all should be.
Whoa, did you just, freaking wreck that guy?
Yes. Because they clearly go a different way. I use the Force, aka the Force. I think all that's left is that volleyball one and then these. 58.
This power moon can be found high above the larger pool in the hot spring island and can be attained by capturing a gushin.
Using gushers because they're really juicy, I heard.
Of course they are. Straight up.
Alright, 59.
A light next to a lighthouse. What the fuck is the lighthouse? Spin Cappy onto the top of the pole that is used to get to the top of the lighthouse.
Then play pole position.
Yeah, vinegar.
Yeah. 60.
Near the Ocean Trench East checkpoint near the Sphinx. Spin Cappy onto a small glowing rock that is sticking out of the ground.
So it's down there. That's awesome. 61.
Ground pound a glowing spot in between two blue rock formations underwater near the lighthouse. At the base of the what the fuck is the lighthouse? What do you mean a bird? Capture a gushin and catch a bird that is seen flying around the kingdom. This isn't a gushin. This is one of those lighter things. This might need some
Goodness.
YouTube video. 9-second video. What part of the level is this thing?
That's the
That's that thing right there. So yeah, like somewhere around here, this guy uses a Gushin to just crash into this fucking bird. So yeah, Doom, the president of our anime club, who is in charge of everything, we called him Stiffly Stifferson, and why did we do that, Ratmus?
He was a Stiffly Stifferson.
Did we prank him to death with a baseball bat? You wish. How does the Stiffly Stifferson end up running an anime club?
Nepotism.
Nepotism.
Gross negligence. One of those like tiny freaking glowing birds. I don't see it.
Then you're not looking hard enough, clearly.
I'm on the side of this.
Here goals. There he is. I can't believe we didn't do this. In the 8-bit area with the ocean bottom maze treasure power moon. This is the clef. I guess I remember you trying this, but I guess you didn't try hard enough.
It's just the
Just the volleyball?
yeah.
Alright, let's ignore that for now. So that should be 72, because there's one doodad here.
One dude.
Well, we got a lot in the Mushroom Kingdom, which is a lot of more repeat boss fights. We got a lot of them in the Wooded Kingdom. Few in the Lake Kingdom, which are probably crappy. There's still a few in the Snow Kingdom. Actually, let's see. As far as kingdoms that have more than 5 moons left, there's Mushroom, Wooded, Lake, Snow, and Dark Side. No, Doom. Oh, that's another thing about Top Gun is Iceman's Rio was played by good old Rick Rossovich, which is an actor that I know very well because he played Black Scorpion's father in the first Black Scorpion movie. He played that guy in The Terminator who was Sarah Connor's roommate's boyfriend who got killed by the Terminator. And he was Iceman's Rio in this movie. And then, of course, he starred as Lieutenant Tony Palermo on the wonderful show that I love, Pacific Blue. Here's a wonderful picture of him from Top Gun. Up you go.
You asshole guy. Straight up clouds, that's fucking dumb.
Now, here's as he appeared in The Terminator. Because, you know, this is so important.
Okay, I thought I could blow those back or something.
Can't find a picture of him specifically from Black Scorpion.
Oh, it's raining, that's why. Okay. I'm like, why do I have, you know,
Infinite water.
Yeah.
And here's a picture of him from the wonderful show Pacific Blue. That's a huge picture. I don't know if that's going to show up on stream. Good enough.
Shit. Try that again. Kid, you're squealing now. Whoa. Whoa, it's the Honey Bunches of Oats one.
lot of these boss refights are
Yeah.
multi-moons.
Looks like a banana.
I like how DK comments on my cat meme picture, but not the walk-in video. Of course, you'd have to actually sit and watch the walk-in video for 5 minutes.
Wow.
Battle with Michael Bublé rematch.
Yes.
I'd like to kick that Michael Bublé's ass. That would not surprise me at all, Doom.
What's the third star on this?
Wait, go back to your list of. Okay, wait, never mind. You're in Mushroom Kingdom?
Yeah.
Hold on. What moon do you want now?
Number 3.
Catch the rabbit hopping around the garden east of Peach's castle. God.
Still there. There's both of those. Remember back when you couldn't ride Squawks, but he helped you see better?
I don't even remember when you can ride him because I've only played Donkey Kong Country 1, goddammit.
Yeah. It's like, Mario Galaxy. Yeah, take that, you bastard.
Here we go, and there we went.
Where's number 4?
I think you're getting into seeds now. Yeah, the next 4 are seeds.
Here's one that's laying here.
Yeah, one of them's near the garden. The next one is in a group of 3 trees near the Odyssey.
You bastard.
So, Doom, for lunch, Ratmus wanted to go to Culver's, and I thought that a tenderloin would be too filling, which is ironic because I'm starting to get hungry now. But I guess that's a good thing. But anyways, so I wanted to see if I could have something different, and I saw that they have a spicy chicken sandwich at Culver's, and I was like, I don't think I've had Culver's spicy chicken sandwich ever. So I had that, and it was very nice.
I told you to learn how to shake it.
I mean, it was spicy, but like by the time it was done, like the spice just went away, so it was not like it was certainly not spicy enough to like last very long. All right, next seed. Next to a lone tree near the sheep pen. Exactly. Yeah, but fast food can't make anything spicy because there's too many people who think mayonnaise is spicy, right?
Yes. Mushrooms look like the Plants vs. Zombie ones.
Alright, next seed is underwater in the mushroom pond.
I still got this one, but okay.
Yeah, I know. It's near where I guess that's Dory over there.
The Explorer. Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, like we tried that Ghost Pepper Wendy's sandwich back when that came out. I don't even know if they still have it. Probably not. So Doom, if I were to call soda pop, you would be pissed, right? But what if I called Carl's Jr.'s Hardee's, or what if I called Dreyer's ice cream Edie's? How can you get pissed about that, right?
Yes. I can't believe it happened.
Let's see what Hardee's has that's spicy. They have something. Okay, that's a Beyond Meat piece of shit. They have a spicy Western bacon cheeseburger, which you can get as a single, double, or triple. They have a Big Hearty that looks like it's a ripoff of the Big Mac, but with 2 patties. That's what it says, yeah, at least on my Hardee's menu. Or did you
California call, pop California butt slam or whatever?
Yes, we all know that it's totally that. Did you get all 4 seeds?
Not yet. No, I'm just getting into the water one.
Okay.
Apparently, I already did this.
Yeah, the whole thing about where people call it pop is kind of strange because DK and Steffi live in the Midwest, in Southern Illinois, yet they claim that they call it soda down there. So it's not like it's some kind of specifically defined ironclad area or anything like that. It's just how you grew up with it or whatever. God damn it, these burgers look fucking good. But yeah, according to the menu I'm looking at, they have a spicy Western bacon cheeseburger, single, double, or triple. And you can also get it with Beyond Meat, although why would you want to?
Going further beyond. All right, after I put this seed, I want to take a break, use the bathroom, take Sadie out. You can get some of these.
Oh yeah, I guess it has onion rings on the bottom of it.
Whoa. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Let me view details on it and let's see. Okay, I'm sure it's not that spicy because all it makes it spicy is pepper jack cheese, whoopity-doo, and then some jalapenos on the top. That's fine, but I'm sure it's not that spicy.
Oops. Alright. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, take her out. And
what am I supposed to do in the meantime?
Get number 5 or whatever.
Did you get all 4 seeds?
Yeah, they're in there. Alright, Sadie. Alright, I'll be back, guys.
Now's where we play. RockMan figures out how the hell to play this game again. Okay, it says north of the garden. The garden is like right here, right? So. Hey, look, RockMan did something. Alright. Oh, God. Actually, is it this? Yeah, it's this, but I need a motor scooter. So I need to actually find the motor scooter that's around here. Rocket Town, Rocket Town, Rocket Town. Where the heck is the motor scooter? Here it is, back here. Always drive safely. Okay, Y is accelerate. ZL is dismount. much time there. Okay, song. Let's race. For the taste.
Son of a bitch over and follow the blades, you know what I'm saying?
No! My problem is I can't get on the motorcycle fast enough. Get on the ball. Keep missing.
A plumber's license, right? The way you fucking toad. Meet me. There they went.
That was the second one I got, so.
Team.
Bringing the Nintendo to the top of a small mound southeast of the Odyssey. Good dog, rough. Mario has a class up the ass license. Going back to the Hardee's menu, under chicken and more, they also have roast beef to compete with Arby's. They have a big hot ham and cheese to compete with the Jumbo, except better. It's not like a sub style bun. It's just a regular bun, except it's filled with hot ham and cheese. Hopefully,
I think the dog was somewhere around here.
Jumbo chili dog, chicken sandwich, chicken tenders, biscuits and other favorites. They have breakfast stuff, breakfast biscuits. You ever had a loaded omelet biscuit? Whoa.
I have not.
I was talking to Doom, but country ham biscuit, sunrise croissant. I bet Sunrose loves a sunrise croissant, right? And they have all this Beyond sausage meat. They have a hearty breakfast platter, which is like a huge plate with eggs, bacon, potatoes, and like biscuits covered in gravy.
You said like mound like by the Odyssey. Some butterflies. Why don't you dig some up here?
A little bit ahead of you.
Cooking something up.
I still think the Wendy's Breakfast Baconator is pretty damn good.
Who's a go bear?
Smelling peanut butter from Sadie's Treats.
12.
Enter the 8-bit pipe on the side of the well to the west of the castle.
Who's driving?
What if the bear was driving?
Is that in the well?
No, on the side of it. There should be a pipe somewhere.
Okay.
I think the notes are going to appear in the real world, I guess eventually after you get these.
I see.
So you want some more treats, but she doesn't deserve any, frankly.
Gotta walk a perfect circle.
That was 11.
Oh,
I thought you said 11.
sorry. 12.
12 is herding sheep. Return 6 sheep to the sombrero-wearing toad southwest of the castle. It doesn't say where the sheep are. You definitely want to do that, right?
No.
I mean, you're going to have to do it eventually, right?
Mhm.
Alright, let's stop looking at the Hardee's menu. I know it's difficult to do.
I can't stop. Where's that slut? Sheep coming, man.
There's only one Goomba slut, and it's by draining the castle moat behind the castle, number 16.
She like in there?
She's like right next to the castle. You'd have to stand in the moat to get to her.
I was looking over there. I saw that. Yeah, that's fine. The Goons are gonna build a wall.
Let's get the fucking sheep out of the way.
First, let me. I think it was up that ledge. Is this idiot afraid of?
Hey, Ramimi.
Hi, Ramimi. How are you doing? I need to be a Goomba and scare the piss out of that guy.
I guess. Whoa. What type of TV?
Movies, called TVs.
Was it a flat screen or a CRT? That toad just pissed himself. He defecated in his diaper.
Samurai Smart TV.
The TV that I bought recently when my old TV broke was specifically not smart because I didn't want it to be.
Oop.
Where did I find it? I think we got it on ABT.
Probably. There's one down.
across the river. Should be a sheep. Okay, well, there's a sheep here. Maybe this is the one that's. Okay. Okay, there's one near the Odyssey. Unless that was the one that you brought earlier.
What about your water? Just take the snail instead. That's good with the sheep. Do you like Carl's Jr. or Mimi? There's 3 in there. There's one by the well.
If you sent your love down a well.
All the way down.
That's, look near the center of this
World.
yeah, like seems like it would be near the castle checkpoint then. Let's see. Somewhere around here. Yeah, there.
And siesta. And a fiesta.
How do you have a siesta and a fiesta at the same time?
I'll show you how. I think there was still one by like the Goomba wall thing.
Goomba Woods, yeah, there's one there. No, Song is having a thunderstorm that's causing her power to blip out, so...
Yeah, I'm good, everybody. Here it is. Sheep golf.
Yes, it is.
progress. Shit.
There's another one in Goomba Woods. Oh, God. Oh, you did it?
Yeah, I think that was one of the first ones I did.
Okay, I thought you were missing like 2.
13.
Have Yoshi eat berries until
Until he throws up.
he becomes bulimic. So you're gonna go in there and tell her to her face how much she sucks.
See, go in there and be an asshole.
What the hell is Rocky Rodent? Is that the, Sparkster's nemesis?
Yes.
Whoa. So apparently one moon or star is for 10 berries, then 20, then 30. You could watch Rocky Rodent, I guess. Speaking of, I guess, you could follow Discourse with the Dobbs, I guess.
Teach you wonderful things. Like the metric system.
I'll never learn the metric system.
Yeah, there's like United States, and there's 2 other countries that say F the metric system.
What are the 2 other countries, and why didn't you eat more berries with Yoshi?
I saw these over here, and I'm like, okay.
I know that the United States and Japan are 2 countries that call it soccer instead of football, which means we're correct, of course.
Where's Barry? Reading about what countries that is.
Okay, according to this, and this is the internet, so it may be wrong, countries that use the word soccer: United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, Japan, South Africa, south part of Philippines, Papua New Guinea. But there's more. In some countries, it's not even called soccer or football.
It's called shit.
Apparently in Italy it's called calcio. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Pacific island nation of Tonga. I don't know, look at this fucking map. You need to start on your Steam backlog, but you feel like your computer isn't quite enough there. Alright, here's another good map. This says generic names for soft drinks, and like the purple bluish color is pop, the like orange reddish color is Coke, the the yellowish color is soda. So like if you look at that, you'll see that for some reason in eastern Missouri and southern Illinois there is a large area pocket of calling it soda. For some reason eastern Wisconsin, according to this, says soda, and western is more pop, which is kind of weird. So like that explains why DK and Steffi say that they call it more soda. And so like, you know, when people say, "Oh, Midwest says pop," well, yes, but actually no. But then like, if you look at this simplified, stupidized, and dumbed down version that looks like it was made by Coca-Cola. It seems like this is cut off, but for some reason, like the eastern part is cut off on this picture, but I think that's another soda. Like I think there's another yellow thing of soda that's like on New York or something that's supposed to be there, but for some reason got cut off. Yeah, okay, here's a better picture that's not cut off. There we go.
Turn the water back on, kill them all.
So, in other words, what should happen is the people who say pop and the people who say soda should come together and shake hands and, you know, agree on one thing, and that's that people who say Coke are just fucking stupid, right? And I missed a lot of chat here. Hold on. Oh, that's awesome, Fish. I got both Portals, you know, together in a Steam bundle when they were on sale, but I think it was $7 when I got it years ago.
Have you ever seen a dragon?
But yeah, the stupid thing is I've never been able to play Portal 1 because on Portal for Steam, it works on Mac, but it does not support controllers, so I never played it. And then Portal 2 works on Mac, but the problem is, this is a kind of a long story, but Portal for Mac and a lot of Steam games are what's called 32-bit applications. And when Mac came out with operating system 10.15, they have cut off support for 32-bit applications. You can now only use 64-bit applications. 32-bit applications don't work anymore forever from 10.15 on. And Valve, the people who made Portal, they don't care. Steam doesn't care. Now, like, pretty much none of my Steam games, except maybe Jackbox, will ever work if I were to get a new Mac computer ever again. So I can never play Portal 2 on Steam or any of my levels unless I get a fucking Windows computer, because nobody gives a shit. And a lot of the programs that I use every day and rely on are also 32-bit because they're made by third-party developers, and they've either gone out of business or they're too small to give a shit. And I don't know how I'm going to live once this computer dies. I don't know how I'm going to live with any other operating system. It's like I may as well fucking switch to Windows. Like, so many of the programs that I need won't be supported anymore. Yeah, that's another thing.
That shit's bananas.
Let me look at my list of Steam games. Like, most of my Steam games you can divide into categories. Jackbox games. I think the Jackbox games will still work, I think. I hope. Most of those, like, were bought for me by Song. Then there's, like, ones that I actually bought and have actually played. It's like Portal 1 and 2 in the bundle and Plants vs. Zombies. And then there's Steam games that, like, somehow I got for free from somebody or something, and I've, like, never really played them. And I have Euro Truck Simulator, Fez, Get Off My Lawn, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Worms Crazy Golf, and XCOM Enemy Within, like Enemy Unknown. All of those, like, I got somehow for free, and I've, like, never played them and have no intention of ever playing them. I think what it is Zoda said that, like, there was a person who I don't know if it was the person who made RetroArch or a person who was trying to make a version of RetroArch for Mac that would work, but, like, that person, like, didn't have a Mac, so they were basically, like, shooting in the dark of, like, gee, I hope this works, I have no way to test this. I think that's more of what it is. It's like, it was probably, like, one person who, like, took it upon themselves to try and make a Mac version, and they didn't do it right, and it doesn't work. Yes, Doom. Well, do we own Fez for 360, or does your friend own that?
I thought we owned it. But...
Let me see. Like, I don't. If I ever played Fez, it was very briefly. I think it was mainly Ratmus who played Fez. And no, we don't actually own Fez on Xbox 360. I think you played your friend's version of it, or if maybe we own it on maybe we bought it on that other account, so us and our friend would have access to it. I don't know. It's something weird like that. But we bought it, or we got it from our friend or something, and we played it on Xbox 360, mainly Ratmus. But I don't know why I have the Steam version. But yeah, like, the reason I want you to play it is because it's a puzzle game, and it's sort of similar to Celeste, except instead of a platformer, it's a puzzle game. And I just really don't understand how anyone could play that game and complete it. Like, let alone even 100% it. But how could you possibly play it and complete it with no help? With no, like, information, no help, no looking anything up? Like, I want to know if it's even possible to just play it blind. Because it's so insanely esoteric and vague and just all out there. Cryptic, yeah, I guess is the right word. So yeah, that's yeah.
There's more of these berries. I just don't know where the fuck they are.
Well, they're all in that area, I thought, or something.
Yeah, it seems like generally they're around here.
Just keep looking. I'm getting hungry.
Poor Sadie was born hungry. The Goombas.
Because yeah, it's that. I'm thinking it's mainly that program Q USB to SNES. Like, I think somebody made a Mac version and thought it would work, and something didn't work. Something don't work with it. I already did that.
Leave Yoshi behind.
Oh, God. This is where you cheat and use your phone.
My dad.
Yeah, I guess so. I hope not. Okay, 3D World is trending on Twitter, and I don't. Is there some news about that being ported or whatever? And then I came across this thing that says, choose 3 of these 3D Mario games. The rest are gone forever. Well, first of all, Super Mario 64, obviously, and then I guess, would I choose Galaxy 1 and 2 or Odyssey? Like, I would have to choose between Galaxy 1 and 2 or Odyssey. And it's like, that's a hard choice. But I have no problem whatsoever with the other 3 disappearing from, you know, the multiverse forever. Frankly, I wish they would.
Oh, God.
But I honestly don't know which one I would choose to lose out of Galaxy 1, 2, or Odyssey, because they all have their good points.
Yeah.
69? Nice. Or was that not good enough?
The 60 was good enough.
It's good enough for government work.
Basically Mario.
Well, yeah, I mean, Doom has never played Odyssey, and I don't know if he ever will, so I guess that's, I don't know. I thought I did download the regular Retro Arch, but I don't know if how. No one's gonna force Doom to get a Switch. You know, you're an adult who can afford it.
Basically, someone's gonna have to, you know, track Doom down and throw a Switch at him and be like, "You fucking take this."
Well, it ain't gonna be me.
Even then, he might, you know, not keep it. What's your deal?
Okay, but I thought I tried 2 different versions of Retro Arch. I tried 1.77a, which I think was the altered one, but then I also tried one that was 1.88, and I thought that was the regular one. I don't know. But I don't... We may not have done all we could do with that, after all. The other thing was the altered one, the custom one kept crashing for me. So, we should probably try to wrap this up pretty soon. So, did you not get all of the fruit?
I did not.
My only concern is
there's some up there.
My only concern is if you were to turn off the game and start again later, would you have to get all the fruit again? So you may as well finish it now.
I'll try. I didn't really check too much up here.
Yeah, let me say again that next week, 1 week from today, from Thursday till Monday, Ratmus and I will be going on vacation to Wisconsin, unless things take a huge turn for the worse again within the next week. So, as far as trying to get multi-world to work, probably put that on the back burner for right now, because this week I got more things to do and whatnot, and I don't know if I'll have time to worry about that. But maybe after vacation I can look into trying again.
I think I'm close.
Mimi thinks Yoshi looks cute with a mustache.
Mustache.
Well, did you find any up here?
Yeah, I found there were some up there, on top of one of those flagpole thingies, but,
Alright, let me try to find a YouTuber. Around the moat, yeah. In the wooded area, yeah. I'm trying to see if there's any that are pretty clear that you probably didn't find.
yeah.
All right, bye, Fish. Thanks for being here. We're probably going to end somewhat soon. Okay, there's 2 kind of out in front of the castle by Toad. Did you get those? Okay, apparently there's one that's fucking really hidden in an underwater bridge.
It's probably... Is it around the moat or something? Or this thing?
I don't know where this bridge is. Looks like this.
Okay. It's probably related to the stuff over here.
Of course, that was the last fucking one. They fucking hit it.
She was all filled up.
Let's talk to Toadette, of course.
Fuck you. Got all the motherfucking sheep. See that city. Souvenir savant.
Huh.
What?
Do you have 49?
Number 49. Yeah.
So I don't know. Check your list. It says 81, but how many of those are multi-moons?
It's nice it like tells you, how close you're to that stuff.
So we passed some. How many?
3 of those were
3 total?
yeah. Well, 3 of them were multi-moons.
I mean, that you have totally in this level. It's just 3?
Yeah, those 3.
Okay, so that should add 6. So you should have 756 if I'm correct. Okay, good. 29 moons remaining here, which is 1 less than Wooded Kingdom.
Whoa. Is that the highest then?
Yes, Wooded Kingdom now has the most moons missing with 30.
That place sucks.
Alright, let me check your thing here.
Alright. Wario. Goes into the dark side stuff.
And we're done with purple coins, confirmed. So yeah, 756 moons is what we have, and then 124 is what we're missing. So that is 86% moon completion.
Yay.
Okay, alright, say goodbye to Ratmus and Sadie, everyone.
Bye all.
Alright, now, I will not be streaming tonight.
Whoa.
I'm hoping that Cobra will be able to stream Wind Waker tonight. I might try to stream some Dynasty Warriors on the weekend, maybe, but probably not. Might not be able to get back to Dynasty Warriors till Tuesday. And Tuesday might be my only stream next week because, as I said, next Thursday we're going on vacation. And the next RockMan and Ratmus stream will be Wednesday, July 8th, when we do, hopefully, games from Wisconsin. And thanks to everyone for watching, blah, blah, blah. And thanks, Jams, for paying for our dinner. Holy shit. And, Checklist is up to date. We're not going to raid anyone, but let me check and see if anyone's on. No,
Alright, well, I'll take Sadie out.
not really. Alright, we got to go get dinner and whatnot, so that's the end of the stream. Bye, everyone.